So this is the first PS2J Rewind.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's our most consistent release ever. So.
Hey, the videos have been consistent.
Yes, of the podcast.
Back off.
So I wrote down here that our first podcast ever, what we call PS2J Classic, came out October 23rd, 2012, and we ran infrequently until February 17th, 2015. And in that length of time, we released 10 PS2J episodes.
Really?
Yeah, but they were like 4 parts each at times.
Yeah. 1 to 3 parts generally.
We burned that shed down, and nothing of value was
It was
lost.
very long.
And we had 2 live episodes, Bemfest and the Halo 3 midnight launch.
No.
4? That's the one.
Yeah.
I always get the Halos mixed up. They're all the same to me.
Or was it? Or no. Was that the one where I was dressed as a trooper?
Yeah.
I think that's Anniversary. I think that's Halo Anniversary.
No, I wasn't
No.
there for an anniversary.
We didn't go to Anniversary.
Oh god.
It was 4 at Kingsway.
Kingsway.
Mike,
Yep.
don't crack your knuckles when we're recording. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I forgot we have nice new microphones that can pick that up now.
And then our first podcast for this new series started July 1st, 2015.
Hooray!
So we might as well consider that our birthday.
Yay!
It's more consistent, I guess.
Okay.
Unless you want to do the October one,
Yeah.
which is PS2J's birthday, everyone. Comment, like, subscribe.
Give us a thumbs up.
Man.
All right, so we're having a clip show of clips that I've picked as highlights for the episodes, and I'm trying not to make any of them run more than 5 minutes.
If this were an anime, this would be the filler episode where you get caught up on everything that just happened.
Well, this might be a website exclusive where I also make a video for it for YouTube.
Oh no.
Shit.
So that it would just be like, hey, listen to our podcast. All right. Thanks for listening, and hope you enjoy it if you haven't heard us. And if you haven't heard us, thanks. Hope you like it.
Just down there, just give us a thumbs up or a like or a subscribe if you have heard us. If you haven't heard us, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up.
Really helps me out. I got you. All right, thanks.
Cheers.
Episode number 1, Triumphant Return.
Welcome to the triumphant return of PS2J.
We're still doing that new format thing trial.
Honestly, after that hiatus, we're just...
Triumphant Return.
Maybe with the launch of the eventual website?
Oh yes, probably website exclusive.
Oh yeah, PS2J, new website coming, ////
In the year 20XX.
20XDX, yes.
XDX?
Like 66, XDX.
Oh, XDX. XD?
XD.
XD. Yeah,
XDX.
whatever.
Like the letter X and then the letters TY. XD.
Yeah, I'm going with that one.
Yeah.
Well, it brings out the flavor of a dish like ketchup.
Oh, sweet Christ.
It's good.
Pass.
No, it's honestly good.
Pass.
I know. I've been drinking Soylent the last day, so.
Yeah, like the first time Joe ever saw Man Meal, it's equal parts macaroni, beef, and ketchup.
Oh God.
Oh, pass. Hard pass. So to everyone out there, give PS2J 10 cents. You guys can spare a dime, right?
What are we gonna do with 30 cents?
I don't know. Oh, candy. We can go buy candy. We can
Or put it towards a up converter so we can actually play games that don't have HDMI.
We did not participate in our tournament.
fair
They
point.
did.
Well, Josh did, but not really.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was only in there.
That was hilarious.
He
That
was
was good.
only in there as filler. Like, we watched the same thing happen to the guys at Extra Life did, where they actually literally had somebody sit in to play
Yeah.
in the tournament.
Well, let's try to keep it positive.
Yes, but he
But he didn't go 4-0 as Jigglypuff.
Oh, that was good.
And I wish we had audio of the game because I was being taunted. Jigglypuff sucks. Shut up, 8-year-old. Watch this.
Yeah, next time we'll have to have the microphone going during the tournament.
Kaboom.
Should be good.
You're playing Jigglypuff. You're gonna get rolled. I don't think so.
Rolled out. Boom.
Nudge a kid in the ribs. That's her neutral B.
Episode 2, Crazy Talk. Welcome back to PS2J. I'm Alan.
I'm Josh.
And Mike is out sick with some kind of plague that we don't want him breathing near us. So
No, get better, Mike. Mike, I'm not gonna call you the baby version of your name because you hate that.
what's the baby version?
Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is referred to it quite often.
Mikey?
And he hates it to be referred to him.
Oh, okay.
Similar to, Joshy.
We probably shouldn't have put that knowledge on the internet then. Oops.
But if you have 5 episodes at once, you can blast through them really quick when they first come out. And then after that is when you can sort of digest all the information and all the little hidden bits.
Oh, I don't digest anything that I watch. I watch TV like a snake eats its prey.
That's dumb.
Pretty much. First season and a half of Prison Break.
Do you like Prison Break?
Prison Break is pretty dang good.
It was popular when it was out, but I just did not care.
I'm not 100% if you'd like it or not. I think you would. But the thing is they kind of wrote themselves into a corner because it's like, we have to get out of this prison. End of season 1. We're out of this prison. Now what? There's 4 more seasons. Or like 3 more. And I'm watching. I'm like, well, this... I guess, yeah, kind of.
Prison break-in?
Yeah.
Metaphorical prison break, or they break their chains of society?
Just out of curiosity, I looked up how many seasons there were on the wiki, and I saw that apparently Fox was reluctant to initially sign it because it was self-limiting. It's like Prison Break. They're breaking out of prison. What happens next? They keep running.
Prison break-in.
Why would they break back in?
They're going to break into a minimum security prison so they can play tennis.
What?
Yeah. It's pump weights in the yard and get stabbed by a white supremacist, or tennis and kayaking.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, when there was color TV and you I know I put my face up against that thing all the time, and it was the green, the blue, and the red bar.
Yeah.
That were those pixels, or are those LC? Not LCD.
Well, okay, so the cathode ray thing is shooting electrons through the vacuum tube at the screen.
Yeah, and my face is against that screen.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it was still measured in pixels for CRT TVs. I'm not 100% on that though. That is something that I am too lazy to fact check right now.
One of my favorite things was going into my grandma's basement where she had a bigger TV than the upstairs because for whatever reason, someone took the old big one downstairs and she got a newer one that was slightly smaller, but it was too heavy to move. It was, if you imagine those TVs that were in the wooden cabinet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, we're...
still one of the CRT, but it's a coffee table.
Basically, yeah. So I would go down to the TV.
Oh, yeah?
And I would put my face up against it to smell and touch the static with my face.
That explains a lot. I'm not help desk anymore, but everyone knows I used to be help desk. So they'll be like, hey, Alan, I'm having this Java problem, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's probably a help desk issue, but
oh, man. Look. Are you sure? You can't do that ever again. Okay, say that again, and I'll tell you your response.
No, because I have to be a team player. That's the thing.
Damn it.
Yeah, because they expect you to help out where you can. They're like, you were help desk. You know how to do this shit. Like, God, no.
They're maximizing the dollar.
I guess I'll just take time away from being, database administrator and go fix your Java security settings because you don't want to call the help desk.
So what's the problem? I got this locked and loaded. I need to unleash it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Ask me.
I'm blue balling you.
Give the problem.
No.
Okay, I can do it. I'll do it myself. Alan, I'm having a Java security issue. Do I look like a barista to you? Shot down.
What? A barista?
Yeah.
Why barista?
Because Java's coffee.
Ow. Ow, that hurt my brain. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, I'm back.
Episode 3, TCG Whine.
So I found a thing online on Escapist, and basically what happened is they got artificial intelligence to look at Every Magic card ever created.
Everyone?
Every Magic... A spoiler of every Magic card ever created is
shit.
the direct quote from the article. So
Sweet.
and look at the patterns of them to just generate new and interesting cards.
Okay. Hit me.
Okay, the first card is the Slid Shocking Crow. Crow with a K.
Okay.
It costs 1 blue.
Okay.
It is a 4/2 monster
What?
for 1 blue.
Nice.
It has Trample and Montenspalk. Just right off the bat, Trample. And oddly enough, apparently Trample kept showing up as a keyword on subsequent cards. This is Demonic to You, Cyclone.
Demonic to you, Cyclone. No.
1 colorless and a white. It's an enchantment.
All right.
Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has feel.
Oh, that's deep.
It's usable, but what's feel?
Cyclone's feelings are hurt.
Cyclone.
Cyclone's feelings are hurt because he was called demonic. Butt wolf?
But wolf. BUT space wolf.
Butt wolf.
Yeah, and it
I wish it was an instant because it was like I'm playing this. Butt wolf.
it has flash.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And the flavor text is, I attack you with a 2/2. But wolf!
Woo! I got what I wanted.
That is exactly what you were looking for.
Oh, I'm so happy. So, when we're playing against seasoned players,
Yeah.
they have rare cards from
Like the
a
80s.
decade we've never. Well, they started in '94, didn't it?
I have no idea. I just made up a number.
So they have it from a decade we've never played the game.
Yes, yeah. A couple of decades we've never played the game.
No, it's not 20 years.
If it was 94, then yes, it is. It's 21 years.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah. We're old.
Because I know
by the
Yu-Gi-Oh's
way.
96.
Yeah. So it's been 19 years since Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh my god, no wonder that kid beat me.
Episode 4, Zords and Games?
Welcome back to Buttcast. Number 1 Buttcast. How's your butt?
Yeah, no. The 10-minute intro with no intro, not good listening.
But I did just poop.
So Alan, tell me about your butt.
Buttcast has never been more relevant, Mike.
See, like, that's not the thing that I care about the most. Like, the thing that I care about the most, honestly, is, like, you have a Brontosaurus that's made of cannons. Where the hell is that 99.9% of the time? Why not?
Brontosaurus.
Oh, yeah. I remember a
No, sorry, Brachiosaurus.
Yeah,
why don't you just...
Brontosaurus doesn't. In the 90s, it was a Brontosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like just Brachiosaurus made of guns. Like I just go for that. Like you have a trump card, and it's just like why not every time?
So, wait, I missed the episode where they were Dino Riders, apparently. Where was the Brachiosaurus
No,
gun?
it's another Zord.
In Mighty Morphin?
Yeah, it's weird because like the
It's like a gunship.
yeah the Zords
crawls
combine into the not Megazord form. Have you ever seen that?
When they combined into not Megazord?
Yeah, it's this giant weird like almost rolling tank like creation, and then from there that combines with the Brachiosaurus, and then it's just basically a wall of cannons. I'm like, why not just that every time?
I remember collateral damage. Because the putties are always fighting in like the fucking shopping mall.
Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
you have a guy that's huge, right? Why not just like
Tom?
guy that's huge every time? Wall of cannons. I'd say screw the fist fight with the sword and then having to call it down and just be like, oh no, whatever will I do? He's only got fists, eh?
Oh, you're talking about against the giant enemies.
Yeah, like
Post putty.
I'm assuming like once the putties are done and the bad guy, air quotes, bad guy for the episode shows up. I wanted to call him the big bad, but like you got idiots like Lord Zed and Rita Repulso being the big bad, so you have this season's flavor of the day.
The literal big bad.
Yeah.
That gets big from Rita's.
He shows up, the Zords show up, they do their thing. Like, they try and fist fight him, and he just grows huge. Like, every time. Fist or make my monster grow, or whatever the hell, right? So I'm assuming as soon as the Zords show up the first time, they'd just be like, oh shit, bigify the dude so he can fight the things.
Then remember, we made the cannon thing. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's like as soon as
Shell of the city.
as soon as that happens, this is like, okay, giant wall of cannons, fight the big guy with that.
Yeah.
Wow!
And even disregarding that, though, okay, so putties are terrorizing the city. Bring in the robotic saber-toothed tiger and eat some putties.
Yes,
Why do they ever not do that?
Walkman to Discman to MP3 player, and it was like magic.
Well, there was that era before that G-Shock protection where the Walkmans were still superior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the CDs were just sitting there getting scratched and skipping.
You put on your G-Shock protection and it siphons the life out of your poor AA batteries.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do would be like, 'cause mine had the little meter with like 5 bars with how protected you are, and I'd sit there and just shake it and watch the meter slowly go down until it skips.
I remember I would have mine, they'd be full bars, and I'd start walking, and then I'd be like, I better look at my Discman. And as I hold it up and look at it, I just watch it go, nerd, 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 skip, 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 disc error. And it was like every time. Dumpster electronics.
I'm still refuting your claim that 90s cartoons are all terrible.
I never claimed that. I just said a lot of them are.
I need an instant replay on that post. Can we get an instant replay to prove me right or wrong?
Nah, probably not.
Damn it.
Now, he's no Alan, I gotta say. I need to do all of those things. So I'm sitting there doing things, collecting things, doing side quests, and then I get to the story mission. It's like, here's a tutorial on one of the side quests you just did. Like,
Sigh.
I'm breaking your path even more than I broke Oblivion. Spoiler, the portals to Oblivion never opened in my 60-plus hour playthrough of Oblivion.
Well, it's because I'm out of the sewer.
Yeah.
That's forward.
Well, I literally, I was following the quest, and then I got to the village where you talk to the heir to the throne, and like as soon as you talk to him, you start the quest with the portals opening and stuff, and I was like, there's the village, but there's a lake. What's on the other side of that lake? And I was an Argonian, so I was just like swimming down through the lake.
Oh.
Never went back.
Never needed to.
No.
Started a family.
The story,
It was nice. There's never portals to Oblivion.
the main plot never happened. Like I said, 60 plus hours, and I did just that many side quests. Episode 5, Comic Movie Spoilers.
First, I got crazy Japanese candy.
It's crinkling right up in that microphone.
I know, it's so they can hear it and taste it. What I got here is a pack of roulette gum.
Okay.
It's 3 identical, well, factory, they're virtually identical, 3 identical candies, and they're grape flavored.
Okay.
2 are sweet, and I've been told quite pleasing.
Okay.
Well, one of these candies is sour.
give it to me.
I wish I could, because I don't want it myself.
I want it in my face hole.
I don't want it myself, but from what I've heard, the first time someone had these, my wife recalled it as the person who liked sour was jaw-crampingly stopped by it. We have to go all at the same time,
Okay.
and this is when you watch the visual part of the podcast that doesn't exist.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Shit.
You got it?
Nope.
I didn't.
I think I got it.
I got no sour so far.
You're a bastard.
Oh, it's starting. Oh, wow.
Alan's face is definitely...
You're a bastard. I want that. I want that all up on me.
There's the muscle cramps we're talking about. Wow.
Okay.
All right, so
Your eyes are watering.
the right side of my jaw is completely cramped up now.
Oh, Japan, I love you.
Oh, that's really good.
I want that.
It's good.
It's not fair.
Oh, man. I'm so happy.
It's not that I don't like that fact, because I'm not entertained. It's just I'm not enthralled like I used to be. Like Iron Man 2 to a lesser extent, Captain America 1, Thor 2. Like these movies really pulled me
were
in.
enthralled by Thor?
Yes.
That was an awful movie.
Yeah. Okay, let's taking a step back for a second. I'm honestly,
podcast tore itself apart.
I'm honestly not even sure what you mean by enthralled. I mean, I'm vastly entertained by all of those movies, and I really enjoy them all the way through. Lesser extent, Thor. Not so much that.
Thor 2 had potential, but
yeah. But I mean, what do you mean enthralled? What are you expecting to get out of these movies?
Seriously, there were moments when I was watching Avengers 2 and Ant-Man where I wanted to pull out my phone and sit there on my phone in a movie theater that I just paid money for.
Okay, so that's not even entertained at that point.
Yeah, there was a lot of entertainment. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, I was entertained to the point that I did not have that reaction. But like I said, there were moments where it's like, this is entertaining and I'm watching, but I know where this is going to go. So it's starting to lose me a little bit. But it pulls me back in a little bit more. Avengers 1?
I don't know what you mean by enthralled, though, because you're like, it's not enthralling, it's entertaining, but I wanted to pull out my phone and not watch it. Then you're not entertained.
No. Not entertained, that's me leaving. Like, if I'm completely bored, I'm gone. I'm done. Enthralled, when I sat there throughout the first 4-5 movies leading up to the Avengers, including the Avengers, I sat there 100% enraptured with that screen. I did not pull my attentions away from it for a moment. I wanted to go back. I went back and I saw Captain America. I ended up seeing Captain America 2 twice. Once on a regular screen, once on IMAX. And then I wanted to go back a third time, but couldn't find anyone to go with. Like, that's what I mean by enthralled. I have that reaction. I had that reaction with all the other movies, but I got now to the point where it's like, this is entertaining and I'm definitely enjoying what I'm seeing. But it's not like Wanted is so bad to me as a movie. The movie Wanted. I had this reaction. That looks like it's so shitty that I will only ever watch that if I'm over at someone's house doing something that I think is more important. That's point number 2. And it happens to just be on the TV. That is how I ended up watching Wanted. That's a bad movie to me. A movie that's not entertaining to me is that. A movie that's unentertaining to me. Like, I have only ever walked out of 2 movies in my entire life. One of them was, unfortunately, the stupid ass ping pong movie. What the hell was that?
Balls of Fury? Oh my god, that's such a guilty pleasure of mine. I love it.
Yeah, no, I walked out of that.
You missed the best parts because the whole movie is great. Just see when Terry Crews crushed the ping pong ball. We could do a Balls of Fury podcast.
Oh god, nope, not happening. So I walked out of that, and I can't remember what the other one was for the life of me.
I know we wanted to walk out of 10,000 BC.
Was it 10,000?
The mammoth powers?
Yeah.
But I don't think I actually would walk out of a movie. I want to see how deep it would dig itself.
See, like, so there's points in time where if I'm not entertained, I'll walk out of a bad movie. If a movie was entertaining to me, it will at least keep me in the theater to pull me back in. There will be moments like lulls where I'll be like, I'm kind of bored, but I'm not so bored that I'm going to be a dick. And it'll pull me back in. The Avengers 2 kind of had those moments. The thing where death is basically inconsequential to me, it's like, they were leading up to it so hard, and I went, holy fuck. They're going to kill Hawkeye. It's going to happen. They're going to get one of the people I hate finally. Oh my god, yes.
Hawkeye's awesome.
Hawkeye's boring as shit to me because he's not a superhero.
That's racist.
I would never know.
That is racist, Mike.
No.
Humans can be cool too. So what you're saying is that you're not the target audience for 100% of every part of the new Marvel movies.
No. For the boring as shit regular people. I love watching superheroes throw things around, blow shit up, and be superheroes. Like I said, it's not that I won't watch the movies that have them in it, like the Avengers, but that's not why I'm there. I'm there to watch the big players. Like, if they introduce Miss Marvel or even in, like, the DC universe, Wonder Woman's coming. I will go see a Wonder Woman movie.
You're saying that you want it to be all big-time superheroes all the time.
Not necessarily.
The parts that aren't entertaining you 100%, they are entertaining other people. They're not bad parts. They're just not your personal preference.
No, I'm not saying that they're bad, but they're very blasé, very predictable, very just
you.
This is how this is how the formula goes. I'm not surprised. There's never a moment where I go, "Oh shit, I know what's going to happen." 100% all the way. And it's not because I know comics, and it's not because I know cartoons. It's because I know black versus white, good versus evil, good's going to win. Especially in a PG-13 movie. Death, like I said, completely inconsequential. When I thought they were going to actually do something that I did not expect, 100%, I went, no way, they're actually going to do that. Holy shit, they're going to kill Hawkeye. They went, hey, this guy we just introduced, he's dead instead. No one got a chance to even care about him. No one got a chance to even try.
I cared. Me and Joe both cared about him.
Pietro?
Yeah, we both like that. He was really cool.
If you don't know comics.
Joe doesn't know comics, and she was super sad when he died.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy who there's basically like no emotional commitment to whatsoever.
I think you're really projecting your personal preference on this whole thing and saying that things that you aren't a fan of are not as good.
No, I've had this discussion at length, even with other comic book fans. The big worry is that things aren't going to be done the best that they can. And it's going to become just, like, I don't know when Marvel jumps the shark.
Well, it almost sounds like you're expecting Michael Bay to step in and just be like, yay, big smashing eye candy.
No.
Because that's the opposite of Hawkeye and Black Widow, which you apparently hate.
Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Honestly, so far, Cap 2 has been one of my favorites, and Captain America. The ones, not so much Captain America as much as Cap 2. The one where there's more moments of dialogue and intrigue and trying to get to the bottom of something bigger.
Which is what a Hawkeye and Black Widow movie would be.
But I'm not entertained by regular people. I don't care. I watch Legolas hop around shooting a bow, and I watch Black Widow shoot some guns.
I'm not following you. In my head, you're contradicting yourself. I don't understand.
Because Iron Man's a regular person.
You want quiet dialogue moments, but you don't want normal people to have them. So you want Superman sneaking around, being Black Widow, but not a human.
No, see, what I want is guys like Captain America and Falcon to do their thing. Falcon's got a jetpack, guns, crazy shit. Black Widow hops around, kicks people, and uses guns.
And does all the secret stuff. Like all the investigation.
She does the heavy lifting.
All the black ops, all the dialogue stuff, the story-driven stuff that you were talking about from Cap 2, that was Black Widow dragging Steve Rogers around investigating things.
Episode 6, Taiwanese Politics.
Welcome back to another episode of PS2J. I'm Alan.
Mike.
Oh, I'm Josh. I was going to start with the Resurrection of Buttcast.
You can always edit that in. Do it now. Do it
it's
now.
Dead.
Oh.
I never made a post or any comment there because I'm like, as soon as I do, people will have my address and they'll be like, ding dong ditch and pizzas showing up at my door and then I get
ding dong
swatted.
ditch.
That's what you're worried about?
Yeah. I have never heard of someone getting doxxed by 4chan to get ding dong ditch.
I'm pretty sure you get swatted.
It's Canadian.
Yeah. We tied ourselves to it. It's ours.
We made the zipper.
We made a lot of
We made the can opener.
And Velcro.
Someone's like, look at this great idea I had. It's totally preserved. It's like, but to get it out. Yeah, you just jab at it with a knife.
Yeah.
Just sell it
repeatedly out.
Well, yeah.
The rifle America used to carry them through most of World War II was actually built by a French Canadian, the Garand.
You must have been busy.
Go and watch City on Fire. It's a Chinese action movie.
Yeah, that he based a lot of it on.
That he scene for scene reshot a lot of it from.
I know, it's called homage.
No, it's not. That's called plagiarism.
It's called sampling.
That's called plagiarism.
The Avalanches did it.
I like
and
to
it worked
call
out
it
pretty
song
well.
stealing.
It's not like the Avalanches have been locked up in lawsuits for years and unable to release a second album because of all their sampling or anything, right?
They should do
Right.
They should just release the second album for free as like creative works and then be like, donate money if you like it.
Yeah, well, I think the main problem is they're still caught up in lawsuits about
Well, this would help pay those. But the Avalanches is awesome. I know I've heard Frontier Psychiatrist a lot.
Yeah, that's the one I used to have.
But like I've listened to a YouTube playlist and I don't remember just turning it off until I was done on my computer.
It's all entertaining stuff. I'm not sure it's enthralling, it's entertaining.
I see the relevance.
Call back to another podcast.
Meaningful look at Mike.
I don't want to know things, Mike. I want to argue about them. That's what politicians are for.
Pretty sure they're for that second one, the arguing part.
Yeah. Can we adopt a more Taiwanese sort of flip a table and kick a fucking representative in the face if you don't like their policies? But only you have to get elected first. You can't just do that randomly. That's violence. I'm enjoying this, but we'll end it. Thank
Seriously,
you.
how they settle things in Taiwan?
Pretty much, yeah. It's great.
Episode 7, Board Games and Other Things.
Living off that imitation crab like a...
It was on like half off. I had to buy some for the sushi. And I'm like,
Oh, there we go.
Joe, this crab is like $3 a package. And she's like, when's the expiry? I'm like, October. I'm buying 5.
So Twitch support for people who aren't a League of Legends channel with 250 active subscribers sucks.
Probably, yeah.
Did I say 250 or 250,000?
You forgot the 1,000.
I meant 250,000. Don't edit that in. You're too lazy. Thanks, Josh.
Joe's on Patreon now. She's officially made more money on Patreon than we have on YouTube ads.
Oh, she's made $1.
She's made like 10.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we should go on Patreon.
I was thinking about it, but like, do I really want to ask my mom for money like right away? Oh, you get to see a lot of me annoying my cats. You're missing out for not being on Snapchat, Alan.
Yeah, I was on it for 5 minutes, got confused, and deleted it.
Hey, oh, what?
Yeah, exactly.
A ghost? I don't like ghosts. Deleted.
That's not dissimilar to what exactly happened. We talk on Telegram.
Yeah.
And that's great. It has the group messaging. You can send pictures.
It's
and
super
sound clips.
secure,
Yeah,
so
that
people
too.
can't decrypt us talking about butts.
Buttcast. Plans for Buttcast episode 2.
Buttcast is our sleeper. We'll bring it out and make tons of internet dollars.
Yes. I know. I screwed up that joke. It's another word. It's not metaphor.
We can make the podcast already over.
Yeah. No. Cut that part out.
No, I mean like cut it off here. Thank you for listening.
No. Get rid of that part. Don't make me sound like an idiot.
You're not. You're opposite me.
Good night, everybody.
Full circle.
Episode 8, Veronica and the X-Men.
That's Tabletop, the channel.
Okay.
Not like 40K or X-Wing or that kind of stuff.
Well, pen and paper tabletop and HeroClix.
Oh yeah, you did, but these guys didn't play that.
Okay.
They played.
We should actually have that on the podcast. What the hell is HeroClix?
HeroClix? It's like...
No,
Yeah, we'll get
God
to
damn
it.
it!
You gotta hang on to it.
Stop faking me out. I will. This is gonna be weird.
Why? Because you're on the nerd show with other nerds.
I think the nerd show is the Nerdist.
Welcome to...
Yeah, it is.
They might
Okay.
have that copyrighted.
Okay, fine. You're on a nerd show. There,
Similar
better?
to, yet legally distinct from the Nerdist. Oh, but hey, Colossus is in Deadpool. That's gonna be cool.
Colossus. He's the one that turns metal.
Yes.
Yes.
I did it.
There is a guy that I used to work with who saw Phantom Menace, admittedly, 13 times. I'm like, you are the problem. You are why this is a problem.
I thought it'd get better.
In theaters, 13 times. You know who you are, Byron. What the hell?
Was he like an abused wife? He just like...
Oh, and I
Did
told
he
him,
abuse his wife by taking her 13 times?
Oh my god.
I mean, technically I'll be disappointed at whatever Apocalypse comes up with because they're probably not going to go Apocalypse every time the movie plays. And my nostalgia button just won't have it.
They just stop and say Apocalypse.
Exactly. Every time.
They pronounce his name like... They put extra emphasis on APOC, and then there's like a hyphen, lips, and I don't understand why. APOC, hyphen, ellipse. Like this like hyphen A, hyphen. They kind of separate the A all into its own weird little thing. I don't understand it.
It's extra menacing.
I really don't.
Because I
sure
mean,
I'd go that far.
you hear Madonna and she's not menacing, but you hear two words like Darth Vader, menacing. So you had to split it into two words.
You hear a name like Leatherface, menacing. You hear another word like Fluffy Kitten.
Midway down his forearm, it's sliced clean off because he had a fight with Cyclops, and it cauterized his wound enough that it
And it
wasn't
shot
able-
through adamantium?
Yeah.
He lost his adamantium at one point.
Don't ask. don't
Or
ask
like
me how.
has a hard poop and it's like in the toilet and he's like, I didn't know.
I'm probably not the best person to talk about this because seriously, I cannot stand Wolverine.
Really, just at all.
I really do not. He's so overdone.
Yeah.
There's so many other interesting characters, and he shouldn't be the focus of the story because when you look at the X-Men plot, it's about which side would you choose, not who has the most badass claws.
So Veronica, since you hate Wolverine, who is your favorite?
That would be Professor X.
Nice.
Sorry. He's just, it's
Running
Professor
around,
X.
fighting crime.
He does run around
I don't
sometimes.
read the books.
He gets his legs back sometimes.
He gets better.
Yeah.
He does.
Occasionally.
Mike, what's your favorite X-Man? Or woman?
Ron Paul?
That'd be Caitlyn Jenner, actually. No.
Actually, RuPaul is the one. Ron Paul's a politician. Whoops.
It was like RuPaul's Drag Race.
I thought it was a joke. I didn't think about a
Edit that back out, Josh.
Okay.
Honestly, Cable.
Really?
Oh yeah, favorite X-Men. You can't say Magneto.
You said he was already lumped with the X-Men.
No, he was lumped with the heroes. It's like Spider-Man and Captain America and shit over there.
It's like saying your favorite Captain America is Bucky.
What?
O'Hare? The Green Rabbit.
I don't know. Either Nightcrawler or Wolverine, but I'm sensing a lot of hate that's on the table over there.
Just goddammit, just pick a different X-Men.
Deadpool.
No more. Okay.
There you go.
Gamble.
Gambit?
Oh, I forgot about Gambit. No, yeah, Gambit. Gambit hands down.
That Cajun accent.
Just like his awesomeness with the staff and the explosions.
Doesn't he have black eyes?
Yeah. Black eyes with red sclera.
But I watched that guy lean too far forward, and then he ran over Usain Bolt. That's a thing that happened.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
cameraman.
Yep.
Wait, Usain Bolt couldn't outrun a Segway? That is a great ad for
He was on his
Segway.
victory lap.
He got ambushed by it.
I don't care.
It was the cameraman with that stupid steady gear on where he like rolling by to get the walking width, and he actually hits a bump, and then he leans too far forward and runs over Usain Bolt.
So, Segway, you can have this one for free. You could be like, we ran over Usain Bolt. Take that, Maserati. Episode 9, Board Gaming with Veronica.
Welcome to everybody. This is PS2J, where you are player 4.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for the invite, Veronica. Glad to be here. To my right is Kermit the Frog. I am Kermit the Frog, and to my left we have
I don't know where you want me to go with this.
So I'm Mike.
Still?
Yeah,
Yup.
hasn't changed.
Huh. Good to know.
Kermit's left.
No.
No, Kermit's right.
Rim shot!
Play me out, keyboard cat. Just play me out. That's when Mike got up and walked away.
I don't know. How do we follow that? Mike left. I got love letter in my bag. It's my love letter.
Oh my god, let's do it.
So I guess we're talking board games.
Great. I'm down with that. I did write down 4-player games.
Oh, I see.
What?
It is a board game.
He actually did write that down as a topic.
I see.
Specifically 4-player games.
There's 4 of us now. It's usually 3.
Part of me expects you to like reach into some ancient text and be like, I wrote down something. Board games. Yep.
Yeah, Mike was telling me about all these nightmares. I'm like, you dream like Cormac McCarthy, right?
Depressing.
It went over his head, and then you read it,
You recommended it to me, so I went out and I bought it.
and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I basically was having a nightmare that, what is it? A recurring nightmare that is The Road with zombies. You guys played Resistance.
Yeah, we did.
John and Chris's place.
But we also,
Oh, yeah. You were there.
and that's when Veronica and I were trying to really burn you.
Oh, and it wouldn't work.
We both got you. And it's like, it's obviously Alan. And everyone's like, no, we're not buying this really good, deceiving ploy.
He's too nice.
So good. So on both of the 2 people missions, it was me and Josh in one of them, and me and Veronica in the other one, and they were both the traitors. And they put down the fail card on both of those. So at the end, I'm like, no, seriously, guys, I know who the 2 traitors are.
You were the only link
Mike,
between
trust
those
me.
2 missions.
Just trust me, Mike. Then I'm just like leaning across the table. You've just killed us all, Alan.
I'm like, no, seriously, guys, don't trust them. Oh god, my heart was racing. It was like adrenaline trying to convince the people. God damn.
So diplomacy is like Risk, except there's absolutely no chance that you weren't trying to screw over your friends.
How so?
The friendship murderer like Monopoly on steroids. Just
How long would you say the average game is?
A long time.
4 hours.
Yeah.
So
it's
more
a
efficient than
long time.
Monopoly then.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what is HeroClix?
HeroClix is like Warhammer, but with superheroes.
less units, and you have a turn dial base.
Skirmish.
How often do the codexes change?
No codex.
I'm sold.
Standard.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm done. I'm in. Good.
$200 buy-in.
The Cardassian War event, which was a series of tournaments leading up to, if you won, they rewarded you with Deep Space Nine.
Cool.
You got it like 5 months ahead of release.
Nice.
That's nice when they do that.
I like that as opposed to like X-Wing where they're just like, yeah, here's some alternate art cards and some acrylic tokens.
Here's some sweet cards and some cool tokens for playing a game you really enjoy. Asshole.
Two very different perspectives on it.
And Betrayal on House on the Hill.
Oh, yes. I love that game. That is right behind Josh right now.
There we go. Oh, it's such a good game.
That game hates me.
Stop always being the traitor.
I don't. Well,
Or / always getting murdered as soon as you are.
It was so good because at one point Josh was the traitor, and it's like, oh, haha, I can only be damaged by this one thing. I'm like, oh, that thing I got at the beginning of the game? Hey, look, you're dead.
it not only kills you, but it chases you faster than you can move.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You don't have to apologize for being a dick at video games, but I also get to be a dick at board games because I'm better than you. That's how that works.
And that's what it sounds like when
I believe the expression
is dead.
Shots fired. The expression.
Bring it.
I'm a little hurt.
That's why we need a camera, so we can play like Smash
Only a little.
Apply cold water directly to the bird.
No, I have ointment.
That burn was brought to you by the letter S. As in snap.
But I've also annihilated you at things like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Whereas you told me
You
can't
have
run
not
them.
annihilated me at Mario Kart.
I'm sorry, can I go
Smash
back
Brothers.
to Snap, Crackle, Pop, Kellogg's Rice, Dispy?
Episode 10, Not That Terrariable, with Ken.
I score out a lot of chaff at the beginning anyways.
Well, now you're going to have to, because I was about to introduce the fucking episode, you ass.
I'm glad to see your slow crap processor still works, by the way.
Good intro.
Solid.
So, Ken, tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's put you on the spot immediately.
I didn't study. I love to watch PS2J
Yes.
all the time. I'm watching it right now, in fact.
No,
What's it?
Yeah,
Back to the podcast.
so what is your favorite episode then?
Specifically.
The last one,
Which
that
was
was a good one.
relevant all the time now. Perfect.
Notch did say everything in Minecraft's male, didn't he?
I think
No,
so.
I thought he said they didn't have a gender specifically.
Oh, yeah, no.
The opposite of what you said.
They
If I understand anything about Tumblr, that's someone's trigger. We should watch that.
What?
Everything being male.
Mike, you killed it with the Tumblr talk.
Yeah.
Leave it to the professionals.
Post, can you add some crickets there? Thanks. I'm sure our fan loves it.
It's a sign of good content.
Love you too, the fan. Love you too.
See, the question is, if we ever get Corey on the podcast, who will listen?
Still, Corey.
Again.
He's the avatar of the fan.
Is it like our version of a pope?
No, like the
Does he have a
four
s-
elements of fan are
more that one.
transmuted through him.
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Does he have a giant sweet PS2J belt buckle? We should get him one of those.
What?
I want one of those.
Me too, actually. Now that I've said it.
Yeah, why would we give those away?
He's got his face, our faces tattooed on him, and they glow when he goes into the fan state.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Corey, make it happen.
On your forehead, preferably.
Or just like repeating down the forehead and back of the hands. And
He'd be like comedy, awkward silence. Abrupt laughter and insensitive material.
I like it.
Long ago, the four nations lived in peace.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Them Night Chameleon.
Mem Night Shamwow. Them Night Shalamalan.
Demalama Ding Dong. So seriously though, Terraria, like what makes it good?
Hang on, I know what sets it apart from these other games. Can I build a gun?
Yes.
Boom.
You can
I'm
build.
sold.
You can build a gun that is also a shark, and it shoots really fast.
Ah, yes.
But
Great.
does it have an Animorphs mod?
No.
It's gotta.
But you can turn into a werewolf.
I was about to ask you, can I turn into a werewolf?
Yes.
Double sold. Can I use a gun as a werewolf?
Yes.
That's oxymoronic because then I want to shoot silver bullets out of this gun at other werewolves.
See, when you crush a prostitute, you just see all the other prostitutes skittering under the fridge.
Yeesh. They say prostitutes can survive a nuclear blast.
Prostitutes and Twinkies.
swear on the podcast?
No.
Yeah.
Been established.
Probably.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Do it.
Fuckity fuck.
There you go.
Great.
Get it out of your system.
Yay. Josh has an incurable disease that makes him operate at 20 decibels higher than the normal human being.
Pretty much.
I feel like if my whispers could destroy buildings, I would just use it to complain about things. Like, I don't like how the new Fruit Loops taste.
Just be standing outside the Kellogg's headquarters.
Just watch a man's skin just get rended from his skeleton. It's like, dear God, what did you say to him?
I can't tell you that.
Oh shit, I should. God damn it. Oh no.
Why? Stop.
These shirt tags are too scratchy.
Episode 11, Knights of the Machete Order.
Ken, you live.
Hi, it's me again. Ken? No, I don't want this.
Hi, Ken.
Hello.
You have a luxurious beard.
Thank you.
I'm envious of your beard.
It's this big. They can't see though.
Words I learned from Harvey Birdman. Enlarging profits and lots of good firm growth. We're turgid with cash. Tumescent in.
Harvey Birdman was during the peak of Alan and I's laziest point of our life, potentially.
Oh yeah, it was during my bachelor apartment when I had 2 TVs, a laptop, a DS, and my phone all open at once.
Hell yeah.
And I'm playing Rock Band I'm playing Guitar Hero on one TV, trying to watch Harvey Birdman on the other.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there on my landlady's Wi-Fi on my laptop. It was either that or dial-up. I had dial-up for a short time. Yeah, it was rough.
That sounds like,
Dark times.
yeah.
The last thing I bought on Steam was
Honey Pop?
Honey Pop. So now it's just like, hey, you want this gender bender DNA twister extreme, right? And I'm like, oh wow,
Is that the thing that you showed me looks like a bad DeviantArt game?
It looks like a good DeviantArt game. You've not seen a bad one.
Little does Josh know that game has the most hours played on my Steam library.
Does it?
700.
I'm up to like level, I think, 20-something.
What?
Just for free. It's a fun game.
That's never
You just run around playing games behind my back?
Yeah, all the time.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, Alan, are you a squid? Are you a kid?
Actually, fun fact, I messaged you guys about Neverwinter a couple of times and I was starting to play and got no replies.
Wait, what?
Yep. That's a thing that happened.
Ken confirms. Ken said it never happened.
That was pre-Ken.
He's been around for years.
I'm ageless, dude.
Oh, and it's
Continuing the tribute.
and if you want
Yeah.
to try it, it's called Summersby.
It is my favorite.
I think I've heard good things about that.
The green apple tastes like you're taking it's like you're drinking green apple juice, and then there's an aftertaste of alcohol.
Can we are we not allowed to talk about that? Is that trademark copyright?
No,
we
we're
talk
promoting
about
it.
whatever. It's
Put that out.
We promote it just like products like Soylent, the great meal replacement.
Soylent is fantastic. Oh, they came out with 2.0. You buy it in bottles now.
Yeah, I'm buying that.
So about that sponsorship.
They still haven't gotten to us, actually.
Damn it.
Strange.
Yeah, it's
I have a whole one description of a podcast is like, and if you're from Soylent.
No Star Wars?
Ooh, show or despecialized in Machete order. Do it.
Yeah, we're going 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
That's Machete order.
Because you get the story of the rebellion, you get the struggle against Vader, the reveal that Vader's Luke's dad, and then you go back and get Vader's backstory without Phantom Menace.
Dude, spoilers.
And then you get through the Vader's backstory and him becoming Vader, and then 6 is the denouement of everything. You get Luke bringing Vader back, Vader's redemption, defeat of the Empire.
Veronica, don't listen to this podcast until we actually decide to do this. So it's 4, 5, 2, 3, 6?
4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
Or alternatively, I have a YouTube link.
And then I watch 5 again, right? Because that's what I said. And so I was like, we're going to go do 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5. Why are we watching 5 twice?
Alternatively-
Because Empire's the best!
I have a YouTube link so you can watch 4, 5, and then my YouTube link is episodes 1, 2, 3 in a 2-hour cut.
Oh, yeah.
And then episode 6.
That's cool.
Yeah, where they chop out all
They
the
make it
bullshit.
just the
Yeah.
story of Anakin, And that's 3 movies in 2 hours.
There's something completely stupid and embarrassing about that, but part of me loves the fact that someone went through and patched together a story.
The Phantom Menace is just like, here's a sweet battle. Oh, a Jedi died. Oh, the other Jedi killed the evil guy, and now he's running up to Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon's like, he's your responsibility. Yeah. And then it's like halfway through the Clone Wars.
Qui-Gon is the only piece of the Phantom Menace that's worth watching. That's it.
Episode 12, ECEE wrap-up.
And then we can argue while it's recording.
Just have some preamble so we can discuss which one of us is actually going to say something first.
Josh, obviously, he just did. It was done.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm Mike.
I'm Alan.
Hi, I'm Josh, and this is our Edmonton Comic-Con wrap-up. ECEE, everyone, forever.
Josh is a little bit rough, so please excuse the mess.
He's dying, R2. He's dying. I roamed around as 47. A lot of people were super impressed with my Hitman cosplay. I know this because they told me from about 15 feet away.
Hey man, you're in a suit with guns and balls.
I did not have guns. They took away all my guns.
Really?
They said no to the silver ballers, which I kind of expected. There's, I think, a personal beef happening there, but...
they were tipped.
Doesn't matter. Those ones I figured wouldn't make it in, but my bright orange and yellow safety did not because there's a gent there. I don't want to, like... point fingers.
I don't know his name.
Neither do I, but I don't want to point fingers, but I'm pretty sure he's got a serious hatred boner for me over a previously played game of laser tag. Yeah, no, he stopped me for 40 minutes in Calgary Expo and made me stand around between comic book vendors.
Mike, his life has led up to saying no to your toy guns because you beat him at lazy guns.
Laser tag?
Lazy taggy.
He's
Oh
basically...
my god.
Ever since he's basically cock-blocked me 3 times at cons.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, standing around for 40 minutes when it's like, I have peace bonds on my guns. He's like, where's your file number? I can't find your file number. Where's your file? Okay, they never gave me one, so do me a favor. Have somebody look for it. Fine, I will. We'll just stand right here then. Oh god, no. So for 40 minutes I stood between comic book vendors very awkwardly waiting for anyone to get back to this guy, and afterwards he was like, you know what? I'll go get you another piece of paper, we'll just fill one out. And then he left and he's like, oh, by the way, wait right here. Don't leave. Gone. Just gone. Gone. Made me stand there. Awkwardly. People were coming up trying to talk to me, like say hello and see what was going on, and this is like, Mike's in trouble maybe. I should go. Yeah, nope, and again, I believe it was him because the person that was actually checking my props walked over to him when he showed up, motioned towards my stuff, and we're like, and I could overhear them whispering, and she said, those 2 are no, but I'm gonna let that one in. And then he stopped, looked at me, looked down at my props, looked back at me, and made eye contact with me, then turned her around so they could both whisper to each other, and then she walked back over and was like, no, they're all no. They're all a no.
It's weird.
Yeah, no, it's not like...
Laser tag?
I basically, he was cheating, so I called him out on it, and I may have tore into him quite verbally.
Ooh. So it's like your jump to axe chops is getting back at you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mike, it was laser tag.
Yeah, he was cheating, and I called him on it.
He was cheating at laser tag!
Yeah, there was an objective where you had to carry it's like a 50-pound duffel bag, and if you got killed while carrying it, you had to drop it. He would basically carry it for an additional 7 feet and then throw it. So I called him a piece of shit and told him to stop throwing the bag.
The fact is, he's a piece of shit, and when he threw the bag, that's everything he had for his life. He's like, I need these 7 feet to feel complete as a person. And you took that away from him, so he takes away your shiny toy guns.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
It's a pretty brutal and stupid exchange. So once again, I had no guns, but...
So the expo was pretty fun, eh, guys?
Yeah.
I
That's
like
all the power he has over you.
I like the walking around and the seeing things.
It's worse because he's a volunteer at every expo I've been to, so it's just gonna keep happening.
I saw a bunch of ECEE people taking photos of you without any consent. It was creepy.
Yeah, there was one specific guy with a camera and ECEE t-shirt taking pictures of cosplayers just roaming around without talking to them, right beside the cosplay does not equal consent sign. I thought that threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, he would keep his phone up to his chest and take photos as he walked by.
They're not allowed to take photos, which is why he was doing it that way. When you're a volunteer, two people were actually walking with me in con gear, and they were like, "Oh, if only I weren't." And I was like, "No, I can totally stop. I can get a picture with you guys real quick." No, we're not allowed. If somebody sees us, we'll get in trouble. And
That makes sense because they're either volunteering or being paid to be there.
exactly right.
Well,
So,
Dominic, you're fucked. If his name was Dominic, that'd be crazy.
so yeah, no, people.
Lower chance he'd be listening to this podcast.
So back to
Yeah.
it, like. People would be like, "Oh man, it's a really good 47," and I'd turn around and they'd break eye contact and like shuffle away, and it's like, "No, let me get a picture with you, give you a button, let me talk to you, stop running away."
No, see, costuming yourself as a murderous psychopath or sociopath, as the case may be, is not necessarily the best way to network.
A murderous philanthropist.
Yeah, no,
It's the opposite of that.
I had the 47 look like down pat, and people were like intimidated by it.
Yeah,
I think
glaring.
Even the one guy who like made sure to get a selfie with me was like super timid about it. It was really weird.
You guys started having photos taken. I hung out for a bit. We left, got ice cream, ate most of the ice cream, came back. You were still having photos taken.
Oh, actually, that point in time when you guys left for ice cream.
Oh, just so no one gets upset. It was great ice cream. I know they don't like when stories are unfinished. Mike, what was your thing?
Yeah, how was Sunday? I didn't hear about that at all.
Lots of
Oh, Alan and I have a Saturday story too.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
You just don't remember because you're silly and you hate our friends.
That's all right.
As soon as you were talking about that, I was like, how does Captain America fit into Young Justice?
Young Justice is DC.
I know, and that's why I was confused because Marvel has its own DC. Why doesn't Marvel have...
Marvel has its own DC.
Yeah.
Josh 2015.
Why doesn't Marvel have its own like senior citizen brigade, where like they solve capers like where the missing domino go? They start.
So
off,
you said we had a Saturday story, Josh?
they start off with lupus, which is like the Mexican woman took it. But she doesn't even work there, Alan. She's visiting.
Lupus is the disease.
Whoa. I'm gonna assume that's the heat stroke talking.
Haven't you seen House of Cards with the 101 Dalmatians in it?
What? Jesus.
Wow.
He's okay. He's talking about Dr. House, who's actually a bad guy in 101 Dalmatians. I can't believe I understood what you actually just said.
So you said we had a Saturday story?
I devised a Twitter contest. And I discovered if you try to give away free rare amiibos and say you have to sign up through Twitter, you get either I don't use Twitter or get away from me, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Thinly veiled hostility was the major reaction to us asking, hey, do you have a Twitter? Do you want to win an amiibo?
Yeah, thinly veiled. Yeah, so we ran into a guy we've already met at Game Discovery Expo, Kuuribro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, that's his Twitter handle, I think.
Yeah, at Kuuribro, Kuurion.
I think so.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's an artist. I want to have him on the podcast.
Sells buttons.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of
prints.
buttons
Yeah,
from him.
me too.
Long story short, guys, we just want to give you stuff. Just let us give you stuff in a contest.
So-
that's some form of draw.
He signed up for the Twitter one. We wandered. No takers.
Yeah,
so,
hours.
So I went back to him. I'm like, hey man, like we did the draw and you won. And then he's like, oh man, that's amazing. I'm like, that's great. And then Alan's like, nobody else entered. I'm like,
There were 3 prizes, and he was the only entry.
we went back to his booth where he was working like a dog, and I was like, hey, you won, blah blah blah. And then he's like, sweet. I was like, so which one do you want? Because you're the first winner. And he's like, oh, well, I was excited about DDD. So we gave him a new inbox DDD. And he's stoked about that. Like, I have extras. You have a problem, not me. Shut up. Quit looking at me. So after that, we went to the board game booth to see Leah. The Tabletop Cafe booth again to see Leah.
That was the second time, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying we're trying to have a Twitter contest and we can't even give these amiibos away. And there's this girl off to my left that goes like, scoff, I'd like a free amiibo. So I look at her, I'm like, really? Because the contest, we have a Jigglypuff and a villager remaining. And her eyes widen and she's like, you're giving away a villager? I'm like, yes, to you right now. And I reach into my bag and I'm like, this is happening. I am giving you a villager amiibo. And I pulled it out of my bag and she's like, what? Like, you're just giving it to me? I'm like, yeah, no one's entering the contest. Like, here you go. Yeah, we gave her this and we were like, all we want is a picture.
Yeah.
Proof we gave it to you. And she was dressed as Cusco. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and then she got the hat on. We're like, oh,
Boss.
She was really cool. I hope she's listening because, you know, be on the podcast.
yeah. There was a button on there. Go to the URL, please.
And your friends were cool too. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't beg for any contact info because we didn't want to sell your information online.
Just your Twitter handle. We just want to sell your Twitter handle online. That's all we want.
We just want to farm followers. And the third one, we got creative. Graham was hanging out with us, and he's like, you know, there's video games at the back. I'm like, no, there's an arcade. He's like, no, man, there's like video games. Like, they have Smash Bros. Hang on. They have Smash Bros. Set up. I'm like, then why haven't we been there?
Yeah, we went there like last. We didn't play any games.
So we stood behind this 8-player Smash, and we were like, oh man, like, oh, we're gonna give away this amiibo to like whoever wins. This one guy's like freaking out, and I'm like, haha, maybe we'll give it to him, or no, let's give it to the winner. And I stuck with winner, and it was a Link, a Link one.
Yes.
And we're like, hey man, as soon as the game ended, like, oh man, who was Link? And he was like right in front of me. I was right behind him. And he's like, oh yeah, I was. I'm like, hey man, do you collect amiibos? He's like, well, kind of. So I'm like, hey man, do you want a Jigglypuff amiibo? He's like, I asked if he had a Jigglypuff amiibo, sorry. And he's like, no, I don't have one. I'm like, do you want one? And I hold it up. And he's like, what? You're giving away amiibos? I'm like, yeah, you won, so we're going to give it to you. And he's like, oh my god, thank you. Then his friends were like, what? They're giving away amiibos? I want an amiibo. And we're like, last one.
Throw that away.
And then we're just like, get it into the light so we can get a picture of you. Take a picture of him. I Instagrammed it and everything.
See this guy? He's the winner. That's my favorite son. That's why he gets toys and you don't.
Episode 13, Kuuribro in attack mode with Ryan.
I lost my GDX button just recently.
It's on my house coat. I wear it around like the comedian.
My button?
What are you doing with Josh's button?
As a dumb aside, we introduced Ryan. Did we introduce ourselves? I actually don't know now.
This is my podcast.
We'll never
now.
know.
Oh god.
We will never know, Mike. And it will burn. It will burn in your dreams and in your nightmares. You have a webcomic.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that, please.
It's a furry webcomic, which turns off most people right out the gate.
That's cool. I don't know what that means.
It means that instead of drawing people, I draw
is a
furries.
comic made exclusively for the internet. Sometimes, if they make enough money, they become books.
That's what my 500 RSS feeds are for. Thank you, Josh.
Prominent examples of those are Penny Arcade, as well as things like Mac Hall and 3-Panel Soul.
And Control Delete and PvP and
These are
Table
all
Titans.
These are all webcomics I learned about approximately 7 to 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And do not reflect the new generation of webcomic artists.
But
I am very dated.
And Ziggy.
that's not a webcomic.
Whoa.
So what's a Safari webcomic?
A what?
Furry webcomic.
Oh, okay. I completely misheard you. Furry. Gotcha. That makes much more sense.
There you go.
There's the context.
Could they go on Safari?
Can I get a slow clap in there?
No.
Damn it.
Maybe. Josh?
I don't know if we can afford it.
Do we have the budget for the slow clap sound effect?
It's not an Apple Loops. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
What's the URL?
Catbox.net/ourworld.
Cool. I'll have to post that in the description.
Yeah, I will. It's on your business card? I think so.
I think so.
I have 2 of them.
Oh, wait, don't you have like 2 different business cards?
Yes. One for my 2D arts and one for my 3D arts. Because I can't stop taking new things.
You can't let them
You should just
merge.
make it double-sided.
I could, but I like actually having the different ones for different events.
And also, like, if you're trying to target someone and you don't want to turn them off with, like, maybe there's a furry that hates 3D renders.
Or more likely, maybe there's a studio business person that I want to get in contact with that doesn't need to know that I draw naked furries on the side for money.
Oh, they're naked too. You
No,
neglected
not
to
in
mention
not in the
that.
comic, but that's sort of just a subset that comes with furries. You
Yeah,
make your money on commissions by drawing naked furries.
Makes money.
John's like,
Jack it up.
knowing my furry friends and having visited Anthrocon in Pittsburgh with one of them, I know that this is a thing.
Because if you see something, you want to see it naked.
It's one of those painful things where it's like, as you step through it, it's just like, it seems so cool when you're on the outside looking in, but when you're on the inside looking out, it's kind of like prison. You're just like, the grass is always greener on the outside of the yard's fence with the other fence on the other side of it.
Much like actual prison. You're like, I'll get to read and work out and get 3 square meals a day. Maybe I want to go to prison.
And that's what doing my Let's Play has been awesome for, is trying new games I wouldn't otherwise have a reason to. I would have never played Shantae, ever, any of them, unless I hadn't
We
played.
should play Shantae.
Yeah, unless, okay, Shantae is awesome.
Yeah, I can't describe things. Do it.
Maybe a word picture.
You're a genie. You whip your hair around. It's basically Bayonetta for kids, actually, now that I think about it.
And the style of the gameplay is a lot like Metroid.
It's kind of Metroidvania. You have to go back and...
Metroidvania, that's the one.
You have to, well, you don't have to, but you can go back and forth to get some extra power-ups and stuff like that. But it's very cute. It's all pixelated, like it all looks like it belongs on the Super Nintendo.
And a lot of it's-
yeah, and it's... The game is obviously made by people that adore what they're doing, because it's an E rating, and yet every character that's female is just like sport. It's super sexy. They're just like sporting a ton of cleave and tiny skimpy clothes, but it doesn't feel like they're being
Overly
objectified in
sexualized.
any way.
Wait.
It's just like, this is just the way it works, because this is clearly in like the Middle East, and they're all belly dancers, and all of the dialogue is like just jokey and making fun of each other, and it's awesome.
I was worried, but I'm glad to find out that other people out there were just as dumb as I was with memory cards. And it's like, I have to leave this console on constantly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's 10 minutes of stuff for Josh to edit.